Hey, history lovers! Welcome back to Louisa Facts, where we uncover the hidden truths and fascinating stories from our past. Today, I'm bringing you 20 mind-blowing historical facts that will change how you see the world. So grab your time machine, hit subscribe, and let's dive into some incredible history. Fact number 1. The first computer programmer was a woman. Did you know that Ada Lovelace, daughter of the famous poet Lord Byron, is considered the first computer programmer? She wrote an algorithm for Charles Babbage's analytical engine way back in 1843, long before computers even existed as we know them today. What do you think inspired her to create something so groundbreaking at such an early stage of technology? Let me know in the comments below. Fact number 2. Ancient Romans used urine as mouthwash. Yes, you heard that right. In ancient Rome, urine was used as mouthwash because it contains ammonia, which helped whiten teeth. Gross, but effective. How far would you go for pearly whites? Would you try this method if it meant having perfect teeth? Comment yes or no below. Fact number 3. Napoleon wasn't short. Contrary to popular belief, Napoleon Bonaparte wasn't actually short. He stood about 5 feet 7 inches tall, which was average height for his time. The myth likely originated from British propaganda during his reign. Why do you think people believed this myth for so long? Share your thoughts in the comments. Fact number 4. Vikings weren't always brutal raiders. While they're often depicted as ruthless warriors, Vikings were also skilled traders, farmers, and explorers. They established trade routes across Europe and even discovered North America centuries before Columbus. If you could meet one Viking, what would you ask them? Drop your questions in the comment section. Fact number 5. The shortest war in history lasted just 38 minutes. The Anglo-Zanzibar War of 1896 holds the record for the shortest war ever fought, lasting only 38 minutes. Zanzibar surrendered after their main palace was bombed by British forces. Do you think shorter wars are better, or does length matter less than the outcome? Vote in the poll above. Fact number 6. Cleopatra lived closer to the moon landing than to the building of the pyramids. Cleopatra VII ruled Egypt around 30 BCE, while the Great Pyramid of Giza was built around 2560 BCE. That means she lived closer in time to humans landing on the moon, 1969, than to the construction of the pyramids. This puts things into perspective, doesn't it? What other historical timelines surprise you? Tell me in the comments. Fact number 7. Coffee was once banned in Mecca. In the 15th century, coffee houses became popular gathering spots in Mecca, where people discussed politics and ideas. Fearing unrest, authorities briefly banned coffee, calling it the devil's drink. If coffee were illegal today, how would you feel? Could you survive without your daily cup? Fact number 8. George Washington had only one tooth left when he became president. Our first U.S. president struggled with dental issues throughout his life. By the time he took office, he had only one natural tooth remaining. His dentures weren't made of wood, though. They were crafted from hippopotamus ivory and human teeth. Can you imagine giving speeches with dentures like those? Do you think modern presidents have it easier? Discuss below! Fact number 9. The Eiffel Tower was originally intended for Barcelona. Gustave Eiffel designed the iconic tower for the 1888 World's Fair in Barcelona, but Spanish officials rejected it. Thankfully, Paris accepted the design, and the rest is history. Do you think the Eiffel Tower would be as famous if it had been built in Barcelona instead? Why or why not? Fact number 10. Alexander Graham Bell's last words were spoken into a telephone. The inventor of the telephone spent his final moments speaking into his creation. His last words to his wife were, "God bless you, Mabel." Isn't that touching? If you could leave a message through any invention, what would you say? Share your answers in the comments. Fact number 11. The first traffic light was installed in 1868, before cars even existed. The first traffic light was installed in London to control horse-drawn carriages. Unfortunately, it exploded just a month later due to a gas leak. Imagine if traffic lights still used gas today. Would that be dangerous? What modern inventions do you think might fail spectacularly in the future? Fact number 12. The word tip comes from coffee houses. The term tip originated in 17th century English coffee houses. A sign reading, "To ensure promptitude," TIP, encouraged customers to leave money for quick service. Do you think tipping culture is fair? Should it be mandatory or optional? Share your thoughts. Fact number 13. Ancient Greeks used pebbles as votes. In ancient Athens, citizens voted using pebbles. White pebbles represented yes, while black ones meant no. This system inspired the word ballot, derived from the Italian word for little ball. If we went back to voting with pebbles, how would it change elections? Would it make them more or less secure? Fact number 14. The first photograph ever taken took 8 hours. In 1826, French inventor Joseph Nicephore Niepce captured the world's first permanent photograph. It took 8 hours of exposure to create the image. If cameras required 8 hours to take a picture today, how would photography look different? Would selfies even exist? Fact number 15. The Titanic had a sister ship that also sank. The RMS Titanic's sister ship, RMS Britannic, also sank during World War I after hitting a mine. However, its story is far less famous than the Titanic's. Which disaster fascinates you more, the Titanic or the Britannic? Vote in the poll above. Fact number 16. The Library of Alexandria may have burned down multiple times. Contrary to popular belief, the legendary Library of Alexandria didn't burn down all at once. Historians believe it suffered several fires over centuries, gradually losing its treasures. What do you think humanity lost when the library burned? Could rebuilding it ever be possible? Fact number 17. Queen Victoria wore black for 40 years. After the death of her husband, Prince Albert, Queen Victoria wore mourning clothes for nearly 40 years until her own death. Her prolonged grief became a symbol of Victorian etiquette. Do you think wearing black for 40 years is too extreme? Or does it show true devotion? Discuss below! Fact number 18. The first McDonald's didn't serve hamburgers. The original McDonald's restaurant, opened by Richard and Maurice McDonald in 1940, served barbecued food, not burgers. It wasn't until Ray Kroc joined the business that hamburgers became their signature item. If McDonald's started out serving barbecue, what other surprising origins might famous brands have? Fact number 19. The Great Wall of China isn't visible from space. Despite common belief, the Great Wall of China isn't visible to the naked eye from space. Astronauts say it blends into the natural landscape too well. What myth about history did you believe for a long time? Let me know in the comments. Fact number 20. The shortest presidency in U.S. history lasted just 31 days. William Henry Harrison holds the record for the shortest presidency in American history. He died of pneumonia just 31 days after being inaugurated in 1841. How do you think history would have changed if Harrison had lived longer? Do you think his presidency could have been impactful? Here's one last fun fact for sticking around. In 1928, Walt Disney created Mickey Mouse as a replacement for Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, a character he lost rights to. Imagine a world without Mickey Mouse. It's almost unthinkable. Wow, we've reached the end of our journey through 20 mind-blowing historical facts. I hope you learned something new and exciting today. Which fact surprised you the most? Be sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to subscribe for more amazing history content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode of Louisa and Facts. One more thing before you go. Leave your favorite historical era in the comments. Who knows, it might inspire my next video.